Good evening. It's Tuesday night Vinyasa flow, and tonight's yoga will focus on heart openers and back bends. So I think that you're going to leave this practice feeling invigorated, feeling like you've expanded your breath, focusing on new possibilities to go with the new year. So join me at the mat. And I'm going to get my headphones so that I have good sound for you folks over on Instagram Live. And we're connected. Let's go. Steve's in the way though, so he'll be briefly in the video. Let's start off, as we usually do, in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. What I want you to do is I want you to lift up your shoulders, exhale them back and down, lifting up the heart center, creating as much lift in the heart and in the crown of your head as you can. You may feel this throughout your whole back because you are literally lifting up your upper body. So the mudra, the Marudanda mudra that we are being influenced by this week is the gesture of the upper spine. So this is similar to the gesture of the upper body, where we are focusing on expansion of the air into the back of the body, focusing on new possibilities, seeing things in a new way, an air of excitement, optimism, which is really perfect as we head into our new year. This is the 5th of January, so it's our first Tuesday in December, and although we are in the thick of things with COVID, we have a wonderful opportunity to make this year 2021 what we want it to be. I am full of the hope that we will get a handle on stuff going on with this virus and that we will once again be able to spend time with family and friends and colleagues and really get back to the life that we had, our kids in school, whatever. So let's have a lot of optimism as we head into this year. And this practice is the first one to remind us of that. Let's inhale our hands out and up, expanding our ribs, expanding our collarbones as we rise. Exhale, create length as you draw the crown of your head up to the ceiling and draw your hands down. Inhale, reach your hands out, up. Lift up the heart center. And then exhale, draw the crown of your head up as you draw your hands down. Inhale your hands out and up, reaching. And then exhale your hands out and down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale out and up. And then exhale, float your hands down, placing them behind your back. And let's draw our elbows together, drawing our shoulder blades together as we lift up our heart center. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale. One more inhale, lift up the heart. And then exhale, release that back down. Let's do a couple of shoulder rolls, warming up the shoulders. And then we can reverse that, reversing them up and back down in the front, up the back, up to the shoulders, back down in the front. Let's one more roll the shoulders back into the front. And then let's do some neck rolls. Let's open up our neck. So we're focusing on the heart chakra and the throat chakra tonight. And maybe a little bit of intuition to be tossed in there, to turn inward, to look for your possibilities, to look for your inner drive and excitement and potential as we head into our new year. But in focusing on the throat chakra, I want you to think about all that's connected to the throat chakra. Notice the color I'm wearing today. This was kind of timely. I didn't plan this blue shirt today, but I like this blue shirt. I feel good in it. It's nice and soft fabric, and it's a really beautiful color. And the throat chakra is in the color of turquoise or a light blue like this. So the throat chakra here, being right here at the neck, when you have a stiff neck, when you have thyroid conditions, when you have difficulty expressing yourself, all of that goes back to the throat chakra. So we want to loosen up the neck. We want to stimulate this chakra. So we're going to do that with a lot of opening poses, opening up the throat today. So in the meantime, draw the crown of your head up, lift up your shoulders and draw them back down your back. Lifting up your heart center, creating as much length as you can between your shoulders and your ears. Inhale into crown of your head high. And then exhale, drop your chin. And let's inhale our neck to the right, our head to the right. Let's go slow. As you arrive at the back, draw it to the left and then back down to the chest. Inhale to the right, keep your shoulders down. As your head arrives at the back, turn your head to the left on your exhale and draw it back down. Inhale to the right, keep your shoulders down. As your head reaches the back, change that to an exhale and go to the left. Let's do one more inhale to the right. And when you arrive at the back, exhale to the left. Now, let's change directions. Let's inhale to the left. At the back, change directions and exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. At the back, change your exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. And exhale to the right. One more inhale to the left. And exhale to the right. Chin down. Inhale the crown of your head up. Feel if there's any opening of your shoulders, of your neck by having done that. Some people find that neck rolls are painful. And I will tell you the secret to making them not painful. When you draw your shoulders down, you create a lot of space. So you will always hear me talking in our classes about creating space. The more space that you create, the better you will feel. The more that you can open up, the more you will have movement. So we create that opening by drawing the shoulders down and away from our ears and creating as long of a neck as we possibly can, using our muscle energy and using the natural lift. Imagining that the crown of our head has been drawn up to the ceiling by a string and therefore allows the rest of our spine to just stack comfortably underneath our cranium. So close your eyes and think a little bit about this idea of creating space and connecting the idea of creating space to the idea of creating possibilities, realizing potentials, maybe seeing situations in a way that you hadn't before, maybe taking what appears to be misfortune and turning it into a positive outcome or experience. Understand that every time we are confronted in life with an obstacle, that it's an opportunity to problem solve, to be creative, and to find new ways through things. Inhale and fully exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take another inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale your hands up. And exhale your hands out and down. Inhale your hands out and up. Exhale them out and down. And one more inhale, out and up. Exhale your hands out and down. So let's go ahead and meet at the top of the mat. Moving my bolster aside. And rise up. Let's find our strong Tadasana, lifting up our heart center, drawing our shoulders back and down. Inhale our hands out and up. Exhale, create that length in the spine as you draw your crown of your head up and allow your hands to float down. Inhale them out and up. Exhale, let's swan dive forward, perhaps bent legs to begin. Drop your crown, drop your hands. Inhale into a flat spine, connecting your hands with the front of your legs to create leverage, drawing your shoulders away from your ears, drawing the crown of your head forward. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale our hands down. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Drop your crown. Inhale. Your crown of your head forward, flat back. Exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up one more time. Exhale, float your hands down, bringing them to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale them up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hands to the floor, drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, place hands on the floor, move back into high plank, Palakasana. Holding our plank pose for about 3 or 4 breaths. Inhale, draw the heart center forward as you bring your heels backwards. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your hips lifted. Draw your belly button in. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower all the way to the floor. I need to move back a little bit because I was running out of a little bit of mat space there. Draw your elbows underneath your shoulders. And inhale your heart center up, drawing your shoulders back and down, lifting the crown of your head up. Feel all of those muscles of your back engage while you do that. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, draw the shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, draw the shoulders back and down. Continue to lift up the heart center using the muscle energy all along your spine. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Place your hands out to the side, creating a spider experience with your hands. Elbows out to the side, drawing your shoulder blades together as you widen your collarbones. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, lift up your heart center, drawing your shoulders together and down your back, keeping your hands tented, keeping your elbows wide. Going into a cobra with this nice wide position. Feel the opening of your heart center and the arch of your back while you do this. Exhale down. Inhale, draw your shoulder points together, widen your collarbones, lifting up the heart center, using the muscles of your back to lift up. Exhale down. Inhale, draw the shoulders down, draw them close together, lifting up the heart center. Exhale down. Tuck your toes and move back briefly into child's pose. Putting our big toes together, widening our knees apart, reaching our hands forward. Perhaps placing your forehead on the floor. Feeling that connection with the earth. Feeling that when we have stability with the earth, we have the foundation that we need for that expansiveness and that expression. Using the earth to root down as we grow up and tall and out. Take another inhale. And then exhale, walk your hands back. Sitting up. Let's bring our knees together and just briefly sit on our heels with our feet flat on the ground. And just feel ourselves stretching out the tops of our feet. And then lean forward, tuck your toes, and sit back on your heels. Again, Lift up the heart center. Everything you do tonight, I want you to think of that lift. I want you to think of that expansiveness of the breath and of the heart center and of the chest. Take another inhale. Exhale. Let's move into a tabletop position. Let's inhale into cow as we draw our heart center up, draw our hips, our sits bones up, allow our belly to fall down. Exhale, reverse that, moving into cat, poofing up our upper back, tilting our tailbone, drawing our back up to the ceiling, dropping our crown. Inhale, reverse that into cow, dropping our belly as we lift up our sits bone, drawing our shoulders away from our ears and back and down. Exhale, reverse that into cat. Inhale, moving into cow. And then exhale, reversing again into cat. Inhale, create a nice long tabletop, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, lengthening your sideways, drawing the crown of your head forward. Feel the strength of all of your core muscles engaging. They shouldn't be working really hard, but they should definitely be working. You should feel your tailbone just slightly tucking towards the floor, a flattening of your lower back. Take an inhale. On your exhale, twist to the right, or curl to the right rather, as we look over our right shoulder, looking back at our right foot. Just creating a little bit of an opening of our left side waist while we're doing this, crunching the right side waist. Inhale, move forward into that flat spine, neutral spine, and tabletop. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, curl to the left, lengthening out your right side body. I see that my hair is in my face. I enjoy the Cousin It look. Inhale to the front and rise up into cow. Exhale into cat. And inhale back into cow. Let's do some transverse work of our abdominal area with what we call sunbird pose, drawing our left heel backwards as we bring our right hand forward, allowing our arm to be alongside our right ear. Don't allow your hips to tilt up. Keep a strong lower spine by drawing the belly button in. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower that back down, and let's go to the other side, lifting up our right leg, toes facing the floor, heel drawing behind us, reaching our left hand out in front of us, drawing that belly button in, keeping our spine, our lower spine, kind of flattened, and reaching as far as we can. Left hand forward, right heel back, but keep on drawing the belly button in. Take an inhale, exhale, place that all down. Let's take that pose on the left side again. Left foot back, right hand forward. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, bring knee to elbow. Open it up on the inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Open it up again on the inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Open it up one more time. And then exhale, reach behind, grab your right foot, and then kick it back into your right hand, creating a nice heart opening, creating an arch in your back. Let's take another inhale, and then exhale, release that with control, and drop right hand and left knee. Inhale, lift up your right knee, your right heel, and your left hand. Inhale, create expansion. Exhale, draw elbow to knee. Inhale, reach your left hand far out, right foot far behind you. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach out. And then exhale, knee to elbow. One more, inhale, reach out. Exhale, reach around with your left hand, grab your right foot and kick your right foot into your left hand. Opening up the heart center, arching the back. One more inhale, and then exhale, release that, and lower it down. Inhale into cow, and exhale into cat. One more inhale into cow, and exhale into cat. Inhale, rise up on your knees. So we're standing on our knees, and we're going to go into some camels, lifting up that heart center. So let's initially place our hands at the small of our back. Inhale, draw the elbows together, lift up the heart center, open up the neck. Just focus on lift for this first kind. One more inhale, lift. And then exhale, release. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale your hands down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to tuck our toes. And you have the option to do one arm or both when we go back into camel. One is going to make it a little bit easier for you. Two, a little bit more challenging. So you're going to gauge what works for you. But what we're going to do in either way is we're going to lift up the heart center. I want you to focus on creating like a big air pocket above your hip bones. So lift up and imagine that air pocket getting bigger and bigger. Lift until you can lift no more. And then you start to curl your upper back. And after you've managed to do that, then place your hands behind you on your heels. Continue to focus on uplift as you move your hips forward, opening up the neck if that's right for you. Continue to draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Continue to curl the upper back. One more inhale. And then exhale, draw the belly button in as we rise up. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, sit back down on your heels and fold over into child's pose across your thighs. We're just doing a counter pose briefly because you've been working all of these muscles all up and down the spine. If you feel tension in your lower back, that's a signal to continue to lift your heart up even more. You may not be ready to have both hands behind you, so you can just alternate hands and have one hand down and one hand up. It's totally acceptable. You can also use a set of blocks. Inhale, rise up, bring hands overhead. And then this time we're going to go for the more extended version of camel. So I'm going to leave my feet flat on the ground, lifting up my hands, lifting up my heart, lifting as high as I can. And then on the exhale, I'm going to start to curl my upper back as I bring my hands down to my heels. Alrighty, there we go. So inhale, lift up the heart center. And maybe move your hips forward and drop your head back, exposing your neck. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, bring chin to chest, draw the belly button in, and rise up. Sit back down. Counter this with a child's pose, laying down across your thighs. So camel is a wonderful back strengthening pose. It's a wonderful heart and throat opening pose. And it is a pose that may invoke some emotional response in you. It is a pose that is placing you in a vulnerable spot. In that pose, you're wide open. You're exposed. And there have been times in my life when I found camel to be difficult. And I think part of it is that we have to condition our body to lift up and move into that extension. That's part of it. And part of it is that the parts of our body that respond to it might be giving us a clue as to how our soul is responding to it or how our emotions are responding to it. So take note of that. Observe it and try not to judge it, but maybe try to understand it. And if you're hanging on to something that is painful, perhaps through the process of meditation and breathing and self-love, you can release that pain. And maybe whatever helps you, whatever makes you feel stuck can be released. Let's go ahead and rise up. Inhale our hands overhead. And then exhale, bring hands to heart center. So let's go ahead and rise up to standing position again. And now that we've done that lovely camel, let's move into some warrior poses. Inhale our hands up. Exhale our hands down, swan dive forward. Hands to the floor, drop our crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Let's take our right foot back. We're going to go ahead and go into some sun salutations. Inhale our hands up. And maybe curl our back a little bit. So we've created some opening in our upper back. So maybe we can curl back a little bit more. Exhale, circle our hands down. Moving back into plank. Hold that for a moment. Inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana, and inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, pull the belly button in as we move into downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And exhale, moving our hips back. Opening up the heart center, drawing the heart down. Inhale. Exhale, moving back. Inhale, bring our right foot forward and rise our hands up. And then exhale, draw the heart center up as you curl your upper back. Exhale, circle the hands down. Bring left foot to join your right. Inhale into that flat spine. Exhaling down. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale our hands down. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Draw your heart center down as you drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take our left foot back. Inhale, rise our hands up. Exhale, draw the shoulders down as we curl our upper back. Exhale, circle the hands down. Take right foot back to join the left and lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Take a moment to get into your dog. Assess how you feel in it. What I want is length. So draw your hips up and back. Allow your heart center to descend to the floor. If you need to bend your legs to create that lift, then feel free to do so. Are your heels reaching the floor? They don't have to. But if they do, focus on drawing the hips up. Don't compromise what your hips are doing to have those heels to the floor. Take a nice inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left foot through. And then inhale, rise up. Curling up, lifting up the heart center. Curling back just slightly. And then exhale, circle the hands down. Take our right foot to join the left. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So another wonderful, wonderful way to open up the heart is to go into wild thing. So let's do it. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Drawing your heart center down, drop the crown. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale down. Take our feet back in plank and lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, moving your hips back. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Exhale, open up your hips to the right, continuing to lift up the leg. Lift, 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 and then draw your heel towards your buttocks. And then maybe go back into wild thing. So I don't always go real gracefully into wild thing, but once I've arrived, then you lift up your hips. Straighten out your arm below you. Allow your right arm to open up, opening up the chest. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let's rise up again. Back into downward facing dog. One-legged dog. Drop that right leg into regular downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. I've got a chain in my mouth. Inhale. Exhale, moving your hips back. And now, let's lift up our left leg as high as you can. Lift, 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 lift. And then open up that hip and draw our left heel back. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, continue to lift as you move into wild thing. Lifting up the hips as high as you can get them. Opening up your heart. One more inhale. And then exhale. Let's lift up that leg into three-legged dog. And then exhale, drop it into regular downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, move your hips back in space. Inhale, lift up your right leg as high as you want. Exhale, bring knee to nose and breathe all the way through, opening up into Warrior One. So in your Warrior One, let's focus on heart opening again. Maybe place your hands together at the top or leave them wide open. But focus on drawing your belly button in as you lift up your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, let's open up into Warrior Two. Lost my balance briefly. Okay, so in Warrior Two, focus on expanding the arms, making as much space and length as you can between your front heel and your back leg, lifting up that heart center. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, let's reverse that to Humble Warrior. Lifting up your hand as far as you can to the ceiling, creating as much length along that right side as you can. Perhaps curling backwards over your back leg, your left leg and back. Take an inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And then exhale, let's move into extended side angle. Right hand on the ground, either on the inside or the outside. Left hand to the ceiling. Then draw your shoulder down onto your back. Bend your right leg more deeply. Then draw your left arm up alongside your left ear. Take an inhale. Exhale. Open up your heart center by drawing your left shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, circle your hand down. Rise up into Warrior Two. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, straighten out your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, descend down into triangle pose. In your triangle, you're pushing against that imaginary wall behind you, and you're enacting your inner spiral of your right thigh so that your kneecap is facing the sky or the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, draw the crown of your head in the same direction as your front toes. Exhale, open up your heart center. Maybe spiral your heart up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bend your right leg. Bring your left hand down and bring your left foot forward just a little bit to set up for pyramid pose. Inhale, the crown of your head forward. Exhale, allow your body to descend over that right leg, drawing your right hip back as you bring your left hip forward. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, descend. Inhale, bring your arms out in front of you and up as you rise your whole body up on the inhale. Exhale, circle your hands down and bring them to reverse prayer underneath your shoulder blades. Draw your shoulders together, draw your elbows back. Inhale your heart center up and perhaps curl over those hands. Maybe open up your throat. Take a nice inhale and then exhale, lift up. Drop your hands. Open them up, inhaling them up and overhead. Exhale, keeping your right leg straight again, descending down, hands out in front. And then exhale, drop your hands to the floor, bend your right leg, move back into plank. Inhale, exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upper facing dog. Exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, move your hips back, opening up your heart center and your shoulder blades, making your collarbones wide as you draw your shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, raise up your left leg as high as you want to. Exhale, bring knee to nose as you bring your foot all the way through. And then setting up for warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, draw your heart center up as you curl your upper back, going into a little bit of an arch. Bend your left leg more deeply. Inhale, and then exhale. Open up into warrior two. So now you're getting a nice view of this from the back so that you can see the alignment of this pose from the back. Making my hands as wide as I can, shining my heart center, bending my left leg more deeply so that there is alignment of this knee with my baby toe. I can see the whole inside of my left leg, and I'm creating as much space as I can, lifting up my heart center, opening up my throat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, moving backward into peaceful warrior. And in peaceful warrior, I'm allowing my hips to stay in the same place as I lift up my left hand as far as I can get it. Maybe curling it over towards my back leg, opening up my heart center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, let's move into extended side angle. Left hand to the floor, right hand to the ceiling. Draw our right shoulder blade down, descend our hips. Then draw our right arm alongside our right ear. And then curl our body so that our heart center is exposed, rotating it upward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, circle your hand out in front, down, and rise up into warrior two. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, straighten out your left leg. Inhale. And then exhale, moving forward into triangle. Again, drawing your right shoulder backwards, rotating your left thigh up so your kneecap is towards the ceiling, and pressing your body against that imaginary wall behind you. On your inhales, draw the crown of your head in the same direction as your front toes, creating length in your torso. One more inhale. And then exhale, descend your right hand to the floor. Bend your left leg just a little bit so that you can set up for pyramid, and then re-straighten out your left leg. Inhale your crown of your head forward. And then exhale, drawing your shoulders onto your spine, or onto your back rather. Allow your front body to descend over your left leg. Draw your left hip back as you bring your right hip forward. Inhale. Exhale, descend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straightening out our arms in front of us. Rise up. One continuous motion, body and arms. Create length by reaching our hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, circle our hands down, bringing them behind our back. Prayer pose underneath, reverse prayer rather, underneath our shoulder blades. Draw the elbows back, draw the shoulders back. Inhale, lift up the heart center and start to curl over those hands. One more inhale. Exhale our hands down to our sides and then inhale them up and overhead. And then exhale, moving forward, keeping our hips in the same spot, keeping our left leg straight in front, moving our hands out and forward as we descend our torso back down. And then let's bend our left leg, place our hands down, move left leg back to join right. Inhale, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. And exhale in to downward facing dog. Let's drop to our knees again. And I'm going to face the camera. You've probably already been facing the camera, but now what I'm going to ask you to do, if you continue to face the camera because the short side of your mat is facing the camera, then you will have your legs one part or another off of the mat. Or you can turn your mat so that the long part of it is facing the camera. The choice is yours. Let's place our hands on our wrists, on our hips. Sorry, did I say hands on our wrists? Hands on the hips. Take our right foot out to the side. We're going to set up for gate pose. And kind of like a supported side angle. So lift up, inhale our hands to warrior two arms. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, drop your left hand down, right hand up and draw it overhead. Create nice length. Push your hips slightly forward, draw your right shoulder back and expose your heart center. Maybe allow your hand to drop back. Just feel that opening of the heart center. Feel that stretching out of your shoulders. Just get into that freedom that you feel in this pose. Take a nice inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale, lift up that right arm. And then rise up. Exhale into gate. Placing our right hand on our right leg. Left arm up and overhead. And then curling towards the left. Stretching out our left side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left hand down to the floor. Right hand up and overhead. Hi, Steve. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, right hand to the right leg. Curling our left hand to the right. Inhale. Exhale, drop our left hand down around the kitty. Drawing our right arm overhead. Exhale, rise up. Drop our right hand. And inhale to the left. Exhale, back to warrior two arms. Take our hands to our hips. Take our right knee in. I'm going to have to make some allowance for Steve here. So left hand or left foot to the left side. Try not to step on the cap. Inhale our hands Up to warrior two arms. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, drop our right hand to the floor, left hand overhead, and then draw the left shoulder back as we push our hips slightly forward and allow our left shoulder to drop behind us. Allow our left arm to drop, opening up that heart center. Feel that beautiful opening. Take a nice inhale. Exhale fully. Then inhale. Raise your right arm up overhead, or left arm up overhead. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, drop left hand to the left leg, curling our right hand to the left, opening up the heart center as we curl. Inhale. Exhale, draw that shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale, rise up into warrior two arms. Inhale, drop your right hand to the floor and draw your left hand over to the right side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop left hand to the left leg, curling to the right or to the left, right hand to the left, curling over that left leg. Inhale, hands to warrior two arms, dropping the right hand to the floor, left hand up and then overhead. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left hand to the left leg, curling to the left and gate. And then inhale, rise up to warrior two arms. One more, dropping of your hands to the floor, curling to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the hips and move your left knee in. Steve is very comfortable and I don't want to disrupt him, so I'm going to find a way on my round mat to adjust myself so he doesn't run away. He's a ham, aren't you, Steve? Alrighty. So let's find our way to the floor. And let's go into boat pose. Boat pose actually is a heart opener. You know why? Because you got to do heart lift. So see how I grab my hands on top of my knees and I lifted up my heart by drawing my elbows back. Just feel that gorgeous lift of the heart, drawing the shoulders back and down, drawing the elbows towards the body. Lift up the crown, maybe open up the throat. And then exhale, place your hands in front and draw your shoulders back onto the back as you descend your body into a V shape. And then bring your feet up so that your shins are parallel with the floor. Hold this for 3 breaths. Try to shine the heart center up. You might be shaking. And then the final challenge is, can you straighten out your legs? One more breath. Exhale, drop the legs and descend over your thighs. So we did fish pose last week and we're going to do it again this week because it's a wonderful heart opening pose. But let's first move our hips down and lay down on our mat. Okay, let's take our thighs, our shins up rather. Move our thighs out so that we are exercising or engaging all of our core muscles. Draw your belly button into the spine. Press your spine into the floor. Feel the engagement of all of these core muscles. Take your hands out to the side. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale. Drop your legs to the right. Place your right hand on top of your left knee so that you can stretch out all these muscles on your left hip in this reclining spinal twist. Take a nice inhale and fully exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale. Place our right hand out to the side. Bring our legs back up using our core muscles, using the strength of our abs. Draw the back to the floor, draw the belly button in, push your thighs out, and maintain a parallel position of your shins to the floor. Hold this for a couple of breaths. And then inhale, exhale, drop your legs to the left. Place your left hand on top of your right knee and turn your head to the right. Hi, Steve. How are you, buddy? Hi there. I love yoga with the cats. And this is Steve, my big boy, my big tabby. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Place your left hand out to the side. Using the strength of your abdominal muscles, we'll lift up your knees. One more time of engaging our abs. Press our back into the floor. Draw our belly button into the floor. Move our knees out, shins parallel to the floor, and hold this for a couple of breaths. One final breath, and then exhale, drop your feet to the floor, and let's go ahead and hug our knees nice and tight. And maybe you want to just circle your hips, placing your hands on your knees and just making circles with your knees. Oh my goodness, we have worked pretty well tonight. All righty, now let's move into that beautiful fish pose. So place our feet on the floor and go ahead and lift up on your elbows. So place your elbows on the floor as close to your ribs as you can get them. And then just lift up. Work your hands back behind your hips. And maybe you kind of work your elbows as close together as you can underneath your shoulders, okay? And lift up your heart center, lift up and out of your shoulders. And then drop your head back. So your movement is an upward movement. You can, if you want, descend your fish by moving over your hips and allow the crown of your head to touch the floor. The choice is yours, how you want to be in this fish pose. But for me, it's a heart opener, and I would much rather stay lifted. If you want to make this a more challenging fish, you can go into Navasana with your legs as your heart is lifted and you're drawing your elbows together. One more inhale, and then exhale to send the legs down, and then find yourself laying on the ground. Go ahead and place your hands underneath your hips, creating like a diamond with your thumbs and your forefingers. This creates a nice little place for your hips to sit, because we're going to do a little bit of lower abdominal work with leg lifts. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up your legs. Exhale, hold them there. Draw your belly button into the floor. Flex your heels. So flex your feet so that your heels are facing the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, drop your right leg, keeping your left leg lifted. Inhale, bring your right leg up. Exhale, drop your left leg. Bring your left leg up. Inhale, widen your legs, creating like Chinese splits in the air. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale. Exhale, lower your legs. Inhale, lift them up together. Exhale, lower your right leg. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower your left leg. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, widen your legs. like you're doing Chinese splits. Exhale, open them up or close them up. Inhale, lower your legs. Take an inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale, lift up your legs. Final time. Exhale, lower your right leg. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, lower your left leg. Inhale, raise it up. Inhale or exhale. Widen your legs like you're going into Chinese splits. Raise them up. Inhale. Exhale, lower your legs. Ha. So now we arrive at Shavasana. If you want to, you can take any pose you want with this last couple of minutes to loosen up your body. This is a nice time to take Happy Baby. So we reach through, grab the edge sides of our feet, the outside with our hands, drawing our hands up in between the legs, drawing our chest or knees down towards the chest, down towards the outside of the ribs. Tucking our tailbone still towards the floor. So draw the lower back down as you pull on your legs and pull them towards the floor, really opening up the hips. And maybe you want to rock your baby. Maybe your baby wants to straighten out one leg and then straighten out the other. Whatever the baby wants to do. I've been watching a lot of toddler videos on TikTok. Oh my gosh, how fun is that? And then let's place our feet together, Baddha Konasana. Pull our shoulders down on the floor and just hold our legs like this. This is a really fun hip opener. Should be low stress. Your back is firmly supported by the floor. Your feet are together. How fun is this? And then grab your ankles or your knees. Lower your feet in Baddha Konasana. And allow your knees to kind of fall out as the soles of your feet stay together. Place one hand on the belly and the other on the chest and start to connect with your heart. Feel the beating of the heart. Feel the inhalation and exhalation, movement of the belly as you're breathing. Start to allow your brain to descend. Allow the thoughts in your brain to start to draw towards the floor. Why don't you release your hands so that they're down along your sides. If you want to, you can keep your legs in this bound angle pose, or you can stretch them out into full Shavasana. And in Shavasana, scan your whole body. Look for any points where you feel stuck, where you feel that the breath is not moving. And just breathe in and out, holding on to no tension, holding on to no stress. And I used a beautiful visualization last night in our meditation class of the bald eagle that cannot mate in captivity. So you will find that mating programs to support the increase in the bald eagle population do not involve artificially inseminating eggs or trying to get eagles to mate while they are held captive. They must fly free, which is a beautiful analogy for how humans want to be. Thinking of the expansiveness of the wings of the eagle. How the eagle, once fully extended, can just glide on top of the wind currents and can really effortlessly hold that position for so long. So when we're in some of these heart-opening poses, I want you to feel that sense of freedom. And in these days that we are having to stay closer to home, where we may feel more stilted, more confined, know that it's all a state of mind. Take your heart into an attitude of expansiveness and of possibility. Embrace what you can be. Create the freedom that you crave. I want to thank you for joining me tonight for Hatha Vinyasa Flow. I'll be here on Instagram Live every Tuesday night. And tomorrow morning, we have gentle morning yoga, more focusing on opening of the heart. I invite you to visit my YouTube channel, KathleenCoombsYoga.com, and my website by the same name. Please subscribe to my channel so that you can enjoy future videos. The light in me sees the light in you. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. Namaste.